section is table topic section. It's an exciting section. That's our table topic master will throw a question to you about bullying, and you have to answer it immediately. And for when I asking Charlotte how her deal with bullies and what story she had, and she said, bully can make people, can let her learn about how people can be so monstered and so unhuman and ugly and very dark side of people. And actually he didn't do a lot with that. That quite surprised me. I thought she will fight back and maybe kick him around or something.
She only kicked me.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. That's okay. I can just enjoy to see her.
You are the problem as well.
Okay. And let's welcome Charlotte. Wow. Thank you for coming. Table topic. If you don't know about table topic,
I would like to quickly mention that if I pick a person, before I will pronounce the question. And if you get picked, you stay here and you talk straight for at least 1 minute, I think. Yeah, not more than 2 minutes. Yeah, so it sounds easier, right? And when it's your turn, then you know. Right. Our topic is bully. I was surprised so many people here. I don't know any of you is here for bully. Oh, it's not a very cheerful topic, I have to admit. And I don't know why. I always pick up something so dull, like death, bully. And you know, recently we have like regret, mother. These are all very desperate, sad things. So. Anyway, we try to be, I think we are the most humorous club, so we will cheer us up anyway, right? We can talk about this serious issue. No problem, we are strong. So, I'm going to start my first question. I prepared a lot. It's actually a good topic, but it's hard to focus on certain, because you know, there are so many different kinds of bullies around us. So, in your opinion, what a person could possibly learn from being bullied? This question goes to Wan Zhong.
So the question is what we could possibly learn from being bullied. Well, I think the first is the famous quote that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I definitely had this experience when I was in the elementary school. Due to some family reasons, I got the opportunity to transfer between different elementary schools from my 3rd grade to 5th grade. And you all know about the kids, right? When they see someone strange joining into the class and people don't know about her, then they will try to make fun of her. And I remember one time in the sports class that we were playing dodgeball. That, you know, a group of victims inside the play court, and people outside the play court will hit the balls towards them. And I was one of the victims in that play court, and I realized that everybody towards me, that they hit the ball to me. And I didn't want to blame them because I know that if it wasn't me, then they probably don't know which one to hit to because the other people are all their friends, right? So, and I was not their friends yet. And then fortunate enough, I transferred to the new school soon, after just 1 semester. But from that on, I realized that really you need to be more prepared, that you need to know how to interact with people and know what's the thing that you can share with other people so that when you come into a new environment, maybe you could possibly not to be the target. And if you are still, then just fight back, because just as Nancy just mentioned, that we already grow up and we have the ground, so we know who we are and we develop the self-esteem and things will become better. Thank you.
I like what Wanzhong just mentioned. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I totally agree with it. Oh, that's why I'm being very tough nowadays. So many people try to kill me. I don't know. All right, my next question. There are so many movies, novels mentioned about bullet, right? So, for example, Three Idiots, the Indian movie, Confession, a Japanese movie, and also Mean Girls from, I think, what's that, Lindsay Lohan? And what else? Carrie from Stephen King's. Not sure if you watch it. Anyway, in your opinion, what kind of plot will be the most ideal to invoke people's feeling and try to put more attention about this issue? This question goes to Tiffany.
She actually, huh? That's priceless.
Can I have the question? What kind of story or plot in the movie you think will be the most ideal one to invoke people's feeling and make them pay more attention to bullying?
I really have no idea because, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of movies about people being bullied, and I'm not sure if there's a audience for these kind of movie because it's really depressing somehow. I would rather go to the movie theater to watch like Avengers instead of just going to the movie theater and watch someone being bullied. I would probably rent it or watch it in some kind of pirated website to see the movie about the bullied story, but how to make the plot more appealing is probably making people to feel that they have been through that experience before. So probably gather the bad feelings you had in the past in the elementary school or from all your life experience will be a really great idea. Thank you.
I knew it was a tough one, but I still appreciate your hard work. Yeah, I always watch very serious stuff. That's why I'm not a very happy person. Look at how cheerful Tiffany is. Right, get the right choice at the movie theater. So, my next question is, this one's simple. If your kid bullies someone at school, what would you do? This question goes to someone who has kids. Jackie.
Brilliant.
In his school, what would I do? Actually, I have no idea. But if he bullied at his school, I would tell my story because I was bullied by my classmate. Yeah, he just like this, kick my nose, and I'm bleeding. Yeah. So I try to find the reason why I was bullied. That's because I make a joke with him, just make fun with him, just like make a joke, just say something to him, like oh you are ugly, or you are fat, your skin is black, or just like make fun with him. So I think I have sense of humor, but actually not. I was not. Yeah. When I was a kid, I always feel I had sense of humor, but actually I offended someone. It's not funny. The joke was not funny. So I was bullied by this one. So you can check my teeth. Yeah, a little bit, a piece of teeth drop. So if my kids was bullied in his school, I will tell him the story, my story. It was my bad memory. So I'll tell the story, and then if he was bullied at school, you have to fight back or tell your teacher to fix the problem. Thank you.
Jackie told a sad story.
Yeah. My questions are all set up. You don't really need to mention about any sad memory, right? But I know people are willing to share. I don't like that. I think it's a good one because someone being bullied can educate their kids even much more efficient in a certain way. Anyway, now, next question. A few years ago, an education organization, they considered that the famous cartoon Doraemon could worsen school bullying. They even asked CTS to stop broadcasting this program. What do you think about this event? This question goes to our cartoon enthusiast, Circle Xiao.
Parents are idiots. And our government also are idiots. Ban the cartoon. I can't even understand that. How come ban the cartoon will help this situation? Let's be realistic. Nothing can cure bully. Alright? Bully is meant to happen. The only problem is how you deal with it when bully actually happen. How you educated your kid when they were bullied. Or even worse, or better, they are bullied. Ban the cartoon as an example is the worst case. Because you know what? You ban the chance to discuss this topic. You just ignore it. Pretend it's not happening, which absolutely not helping the situation. All right, if a bully situation happened, if it take me as a case, I will probably ask my kid to watch that cartoon, and after a few episodes, I will tell him, you know what? Running away doesn't help. The cartoon is the evidence. You got to fight back. If people punch you in the nose, I will take you to boxing classes. Punch him back. Teach him a lesson. So they will never bully you. That's how simple it is. Bully is part of our human nature. It's ugly. Yes, right. But what happened is going to happen. You can only change the way how you're going to deal with it. And as soon as you accept it, you can do it better instead of ban it from my television. Topic master.
I think he will be a good parent if he ever get married or have kids. Because the main point is if you are willing to accompany your kids to watch those cartoons and you get the chance to educate them. If you just let them watch TV by themselves, it could be worse than I don't know. How much time do I still have in this show?
Yeah. Total is 15, right?
Yes.
I think it's about time. I didn't.
It's about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I still have 2 questions, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so my next question is, do you think bullying could ever happen in Toastmaster? This question goes to Yo-Yo.
Well, this question is really
Brutal.
everyone, yeah. Bullying can happen in everywhere. And especially when you are here on stage. You know, it always happens when it's table topics. All the victims are bullied. Charlotte, Circle, and anybody who's tabletop master, right? So this is the really bullied happening. Okay. Another thing is, I think usually this happens everywhere because, you know, people will love people, but people will hate people also. Or they just ignore them, or they love them, or they talk to them. It's sometimes, people just can't help doing this. Because we are human. Yeah. For example, I'm friends with Sherry, but maybe someone hates Sherry. And do I have to be friends with the person who hates Sherry? I don't know. This is so childish, right? But we are human, we still have feelings. That's the reason why bullying always happens everywhere. But I think Circle mentioned something that is right. How you deal with it is the main problem. Because sometimes we don't want these things to happen, we want to change it. Maybe we want to find this person and ask her or him, why you hate Sherry so much? But if this person is a reasonable person, she or he will say that, actually I don't hate Sherry, it's just people think I hate Sherry, but I'm not, I didn't do it. So that everybody will become friends, maybe. This is the most healthiest ending. But if things didn't happen this way, then it would be so awkward. So actually, bullying happened everywhere. Nobody can help it. Thank you.
I agree with Yo-Yo because I have wondered if we could ever eliminate bullying. I don't think it's possible because we are human beings. It's something deep in our nature. So sad. Okay, my next question. Oh, so many questions, but I only got one chance, so let me think. I will start with, okay. Actually, I forgot. It's so hard just to memorize all those things in my little brain. All right, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a kind of bullying just done by technology. So it could be through email, could be through social media like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The main point is it could be anonymous. That's why. And it's getting a very big, very bad problem in the whole world. So in your opinion, is there any tips or any solution that could possibly help this problem? This question goes to Aaron.
This is your interview test.
Okay, last year, I operate my fan page on the Facebook. I do the live streaming every week. I just talk about everything I learned or everything I experienced. Then there is really someone I don't know. He when I do the live streaming, he left some negative message to me. So when I see this message, I think, of course, I feel uncomfortable. But I have ever looked an article. He said, if someone attack you on the internet, just leave the message on it and do nothing. You don't need to respond. Just put a message, and you don't need to respond or leave any message. So because you ignore them, they will don't know how to do, or if they want to continue to attack you. It's a little experience I made, but I have never met. There are a lot of people attack me on the internet. I never. So I'm not sure if it's a good opinion, but I just share the experience to you. Maybe you can reference it. And if anyone attack you on the internet, don't respond and ignore him. Do nothing. Yes.
I agree with Aaron. I think one of the most important things is just ignore it. I searched also some tips on the internet, some experts. They say just tell someone and keep everything, keep the evidence. Who knows, it might be helpful for you in the future. Well, I hope you enjoy the question I prepared, and hopefully we can try our best to decrease bullying to the minimum. I know it will always be there, but try our best. Okay, now give my control back to TME.